Thank you, Your Honor. And in my limited time remaining, I just want to make 3 points to the court in response to the opposing counsel's argument there. One is that the opposing counsel used the phrase above the law, saying that an immunity doctrine for criminal immunity would place the president above the law. I would just direct the court's attention to what the Supreme Court said in Nixon against Fitzgerald in the context of civil immunity. They described the allegation that immunity sets the official above the law as, quote, rhetorically chilling but wholly unjustified. The U.S. Constitution, the separation of powers, the executive vesting clause, the impeachment judgment clause, these are the foundational and fundamental law of our country, and the president's immunity is determined on that. So that is more rhetoric than reality, is what the Supreme Court said in Nixon against Fitzgerald. I'd also point out that when it comes to the question of whether or not the indictment alleges solely official acts, the indictment does not allege that President Trump did anything wrong after he left office. So it focuses solely on acts that he took while he was in office, and that's a telling indication that we're dealing with official acts here. And then finally, I would address Judge Henderson's your question about the floodgates, and I tie that to what my opposing counsel said about a so-called frightening future. The frightening future that he alleges, where presidents are very, very seldom, if ever, prosecuted because they have to be impeached and convicted first, is the one we've lived under for the last 235 years. That's not a frightening future. That's our republic. What he is forecasting is a situation where the floodgates will be opened. We are in a situation where we have the prosecution of the chief political opponent who's winning in every poll. Presidential election upcoming next year and is being prosecuted by the administration that he's seeking to replace. That is the frightening future. That is tailor-made to launch cycles of recrimination that will shake our republic for the future.